Hello, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me for your May 2021 reading. This will be for the first couple of weeks or whenever you're seeing and vibing with this video. We're going to go ahead and jump in. See what the energy has in store for you during this time period. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't. All right, Scorpios, let's see. Wow. Okay, so we see big changes for the Scorpios. Big beginnings, big endings, new endings, big cycle changes, big life events happening during this time. We see a lot of my Scorpios have come through a big life cycle that could have been massively difficult, a big ascension that could have taken you from adolescent to old age to really learn this lesson, learn these cycles, learn about yourself or this experience and what it meant to you. So for my Scorpios, we see that many of you all are kicking off May 2021, beginning a brand new cycle after a very, very heavy cycle, a very hard learn, hard fought cycle has begun, has ended, excuse me, and now beginning a new cycle where you're more wise, you're more aware. We also see some of my Scorpios starting a new beginning in a totally different location from where you previously lived. Many of you guys could have moved to a different city, state, or town or country during this time frame, or you have planned this now and this is what's going to be happening. But again, big major cycles, big major beginnings after a long, long cycle has taken place. Yeah, we see you rewriting your future very logically, doing a lot of time, spending a lot of time during this time being introspective on your faith. A lot of you have had a spiritual awakening. For my Scorpios out there, have gone through some significant events, traumatic in some cases, that caused you to really evaluate your spirituality, your religion, how you were raised, and what you believe in. And so now you're kind of rewriting your story and rewriting your path and bringing some things together that work for you. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're going to be moving forward in that kind of way. Very decisive, clear, logical energy after some heavy times, some heavy cycles again. Um, Again, we see you really appreciating the fact that not only have you survived what you've gone through for my Scorpios, but using it to learn from, to paint your new future as you go forward. I'm feeling a gracious gratitude energy, and it looks like that's going to be very prosperous for you. Whatever you've learned during these cycles that you've just closed out is going to be very abundant for you as you move forward in this new place, this new area, this new energy that you are feeling about yourself. For my Scorpios out there, a lot of you who have closed out difficult cycles and are beginning new cycles, you're going to find that these new beginnings are very lucrative for you during this time. You've been through a lot. A lot of you carried a lot of weight from your childhood or adolescence or just younger years into your older years, and you feel wiser and stronger now because of what you've been through at that time. You learned from it, and it's grown you to this abundance, or it's taken you to this abundance, this wealth in life. A lot of you are working on new projects, new artistic, creative things that are going to lead you to abundance, whether that's jewelry, writing, anything uh, creative that allows you to express yourself in some kind of way, shape, or form is very abundant for you at this time as well. I should mention for you Scorpios out there. So if you're thinking of starting something creative, the universe is saying after what you've been through, this would be a great time. That would be lucrative. It would be supported for you. Or yes, everything may take time to grow, but if you're working towards this artistic endeavor and truly just being yourself and living in your truth, then that's how you bring your wealth and your abundance into your life in aspects and areas where you may not have felt very abundant as of late as you struggled through your previous cycle. That was kind of heavy. It looks like it really changed you. And again, some of you are totally picked up, moved locations, clear across the country, clear across the world. And it looks like that's going to be an abundant change. A lot of you guys are saving and working towards financial stability, as we mentioned. But some of you all are moving into a more firmer financial situation, a more power position in your life where you feel like you have more control over your finances, your work. And a lot of you all who have created a business of your own in some type, particularly if it relates to something creative in some kind of way. You're seeing that this is allowing you to create this firm foundation for your life moving forward, and you're going to have plenty of power and control over your own life. And you won't have to go to an office building, you know what I mean, and go to work for someone else. This is going to be wealth, a generational wealth situation that many of you Scorpios have been working on or are going to be working on beginning in this time period. And it's going to lead to some lucrative beginnings for you and your family, and lucrative new cycles beginning for you. And it looks like you'll have some eyes on you or your business or whatever this is. Potentially customers and things to help you along the way, or entities and agencies that might help you along, give you business loans, banks, and things of that nature, which is great. Because in this deck, and within this energy that I'm reading for you, Scorpios, it looks like the creative things that you are working on, or potential side businesses, things that you are working on, is going to bring you great stability in your life and allow you to grow your wealth. Yeah, you've gone through you've gone through a serious transformation. Many of you have gone through a dark night of the soul or some process close to that. Done a lot of shadow work. Really delve deep into your emotions, spiritually, mentally, and physically for my Scorpios, leading up to this time or going into this time. That is what you'll be doing. You'll be going through a transformation. You'll be coming out anew, feeling like a brand new woman or man, and wanting brand new energy, wanting new starts, and wanting to be successful, wanting to have learned from your previous cycles, ups and downs, so that you can move forward and be financially successful, be abundant and wealthy in every aspect of your life. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening for many of you Scorpios out there. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. It looks like you've done the work. You know, many of you didn't have a tower moment. You just decided after looking and analyzing your life that you needed to make some changes, and you started to do the spiritual work yourself and delve within. And that's going to be very beneficial. This card repeatedly keeps coming out. If you have, let's see, Taurus, Virgo, I believe it came out for Aquarius. If you have any of those in your chart, you might want to look at your moon or your rising. Aries, if you're cross-watching, this card keeps coming out today. But it looks like a lot of that's because a lot of signs, a lot of energies are in a process of moving on from controlling figures and taking their power back, or controlling energies or negative energies that was trying to hold them back, hold them down, and make lessons harder than they had to be, make cycles harder than they had to be. A lot of you are taking your power back and just pushing forward and being adamant about the change and being the change that you want to see. And you're taking the steps that you need to take to change your life, to change your mental aspect, the way you think about things, the way you feel about things, and the perspective that you have on certain situations that you've been through. This transformation has changed you to the core for many of my Scorpios out there. And you're going to find yourself feeling a lot more powerful and a lot more sure of yourself, a lot more connected, and conscious of the decisions that you're making and where you're going moving forward. Victory. It's going to be very triumphant cycle for many of you guys doing the spiritual work out there, doing your spiritual baths, your cleansing, you're walking in your integrity, you're being truthful and honest in your day-to-day life. You're not putting out negative karma because you don't want to receive it back. You know, a lot of you have done spiritual work. If you were ever needed to give an apology, you gave it. Just things like that. That keep that positive flow of abundance coming towards you Scorpios. And now, after all this hard work, you have closed out these cycles. You're working on creative projects for many of you, and your universe, your gods are blessing you, and they're saying this cycle is going to be very triumphant for you, very successful for you, because you tried, you put in the effort, you overcame a lot, Scorpio. I feel a heavy release for you coming during this time frame. For those of you who might not be feeling that energy quite yet, you will. So go ahead, give me a thumbs up, Scorpio. This looks really great for you during this time frame. You've successfully closed out some heavy, heavy stuff. And it's bringing in financial abundance and a huge transformation. And it's giving you your power back. It's going to bring in financial success. So let's see what's happening romantically for my Scorpios out there during this time frame. Anything they need to work on in their love life or romantically, or anything coming in their love life or romantically. Past life relationship. Okay, so some of you Scorpios out there are trying to call in a new soulmate. You potentially are healing from a relationship from your past or a previous soulmate who was a lesson and maybe not a lifelong soulmate, but many of you guys are ruminating on that situation. Grew you significantly. You learned a lot about yourself and how to treat others, what you like about yourself and what you don't like about yourself and others, and it's caused you to learn how to balance yourself better. Try not to be so controlling in situations and relationships. Scorpios cause you to really change deep down inside, and it's giving you a greater sense of confidence so you don't feel as possessive as sometimes you can feel or allow others to feel over you, Scorpio, and just be very balanced in that energy. So, again, a lot of you are healing from a past life relationship, or you're calling in something new after all that healing and taking your power back. So, it's safe for you to love. Many of you are moving into this energy of, I couldn't give myself away fully. Everybody always used me and abused me, and this past situation really hurt me, but it grew me. And now I'm moving to a point where I feel more victorious in my love life and in my day to day business and my day to day life, and you're moving towards an abundant time. The universe is saying, Scorpio, yes, it is safe for you to open your heart to love. Everybody is not going to hurt you. You are not going to hurt everybody. And there is a soulmate there for you to come in when you are ready to open yourself to that. And these cycles, these painful cycles are over. So continue to push forward. Focus on your business, these creative endeavors. Focus on the things that you love and continue to move towards this triumph, this victory after you've successfully closed out these transformations and taken your power back and learn how to balance, yourself and your energy so you don't make people feel like, you're trying to control them or they're controlling you. Beautiful energy. This just came out for, I believe it was Taurus. So you might be dealing with a Taurus or Earth sign or just be in that energy or find that energy coming towards you during this time frame for my single Scorpios out there. But it looks like your next situation coming in romantically is looking like a soulmate that could potentially be a lasting commitment if that's something you're into and you're looking for. It looks like it could be a triumph, a successful relationship after you've taken your balanced your power structure within yourself and not allowed people to control you, and you're not trying to control others, and you really successfully worked on closing out these cycles. It looks like you have some love and some great things coming for you during this time frame for my Scorpios, and you also have quite a lot of financial success coming in, likely due to creative endeavors. So let's go ahead and get your card. I'm not going to take the one that hit the floor, but we're going to take this one here that is visible. Okay, for my Scorpios out there, you have Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. It is a time when the fruits of your labor is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing you justly deserve it. Again, Scorpio, you have successfully closed out some really heavy cycles in love, business, and life, and different aspects of your life. You've learned to balance power issues within yourself and outside of yourself, and you have financial abundance and blessings coming in for efforts you've put towards growing yourself, your business, your life, and just your day-to-day works. This looks like a very fruitful and abundant new cycle that you're going into during this time frame, the beginning of May, for my Scorpio singles and couples out there. So congratulations on kicking butt. Congratulations on working towards your relationship, working towards your business, your job. All these things are very abundant. These spiritual cycles that you have closed out, bringing some new beginnings because you've learned so much. So this looks like fantastic energy for my Scorpios out there. Thank you so much for watching my video and sharing your good energy with me. Make sure you leave your comments and questions below, and be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching, Scorpios.